Good evening mga idol and welcome sa channel. So for this video, nag-list down lang ako ng mga things or like tips para dun sa mga maglalaro sa Medea or sa new server. This new server is being promoted by Lord9 para parang maka-cope up, diba? Para maka-catch up sa old server or dun sa mga taong naglaro since day 1. Okay, so if hindi ka pa nakapag pre-register, mag-register ka dito. Nandito yung website kasi mamimiss mo yung mga rewards na nandito itong nakikita mo sa screen. Okay? So, basahin nyo na lang. I'm not gonna dwell so much dito sa website kasi very self-explanatory naman pag ganito, diba? And also for this one, earn up to 330 avatar summon tickets by participating the check-in and mission events. So, don't miss those missions and also the next market mission. As you know, nanalo ako ng 100 USDT. Just look dun sa old video ko, like mga 4 videos ago. Okay? So, my first tip para sa mga maglalaro ng Medea, obviously, hindi ako magbibigay ng tip para dun sa mga either pro or mga veterans na, di ba? Yung mga old players. Maybe for those people na naintriga, siguro na nakikita nyo sa gaming community or sa Facebook na maraming pumapaldo sa Lord9. And if that's the question, yes, talagang there's money in Lord9 talaga. Not lucrative, but it can be lucrative if mag-i-invest ka talaga, di ba? Like whale ka. Okay, so first tip is to set your goal. As for me, yung goal ko is to play and enjoy, but more so with the income, di ba? Kung magba-backread ka or backwatch ka sa old videos ko, makikita mo na nagsa-cycle lang yung videos ko sa mga nalulot ko, paano ko siya binebenta, paano ako nagpa-process ng mga rare equipments, how do I decide which one to sell directly to the next market or to the trading post. Kasi every time na umi-income ako each month, yung goal ko is mabili ito. This one, the next market monthly package 2. Until such time na makakuha ako ng legendary avatar, which already happened. So, later ko pa sasabihin kung ano yung mga plans ko. But for now, stop na muna ako for this one. Stop na muna ako pag-spend dito. Save up muna ako. Nagpapataba muna ako ng USDT kasi as you can see, 10.14 USDT na lang yung natira. And kung nanood ka sa previous videos ko, nasimut yan di ba? Kasi bumili nga tayo ng plus 10 na crossbow and this is it. Ito siya. Okay, so set your goal or set your expectation kasi that will set the pace kung paano mo lalaroin yung Lord9. Kung chill ka lang, you're just there to enjoy the game, you're just there to level up and look around, ganon. Yun lang. Pero kung if you're really into making money, I would suggest that you have to be a semi-spender. Although merong mga magagaling na tao na full or purely free to play sila and they're also able to earn money dito sa Lord9 and I salute them. But syempre, things are gonna get easier kung medyo gumagastos ka kasi nababawi mo din naman, di ba? But also know your budget. So that's my first tip is to set your goal. Anong goal mo sa game? Goal mo ba na umincome, mag-PVP, or wala lang, chill lang? And then, don't forget, if you're a first timer, don't forget to set up your wallet set up your email, yung pre-register mo, i-set up mo yung game. By now, dapat ready na siya or ready to play na siya. Okay? If you're new, then play along sa other server na available para alam mo na kung paano laruin yung laro. Like, saan ka bibili ng pots, saan yung storage, paano yung mga things like, kunwari, dito, abilities, avatar, mounts, humun, item log, or crafting, ganun, para kabisado mo na yung laro before even playing competitively, diba? And again, these tips are not directed towards the old players. Ito ay directed sa mga bagong player na gustong maglaro or naengganyo dahil nakikita nila na nagiging popular yung larong Lord 9. And my next tip, if kaya, try to invest a little bit, okay? So, if I were to buy something from the shop, first na bibilhin ko talaga, na non-negotiable na bibilhin ko is itong mount. And amongst all the mounts, as you can see, hindi na ako bumili ng mount na to kasi I'm saving up for something, di ba? So, hindi na ako gumastos. Pero as you can see, lahat ng mounts na yan binili ko. Kasi that's for me as a way to show my support to the game. Well, I can support in other ways, but ito yung way ko para nasuportahan yung laro is bibili ako ng mga mounts nila, ganun. If you were only to spend something, first na non-negotiable na bibilhin mo sa larong ito is si Flamingo. Very, very handy na mount. And to be honest, sa lahat ng mount ko, siya lang yung pinakagamit. Although I do have Justice and I do have UT Pro, but for the most of the time, naka-Flamingo lang ako. Okay? And if kaya ko tong pataasin, Flamingo pa rin yung pipiliin ko. Also, speaking of mounts, then merong mga mounts na nabibili sa shop kasi dito di ko na may pakita kung saan na. For example, dun sa mga vendors, dun sa town, dun nyo makikita kung saan and magkano nabibili yung mount. Okay? So, for each mount na nabibili sa town, meron silang stats. So, yun. So, si Battle Wolf, this was purchased from a mount vendor. Usually sa town, and tignan nyo, in-up ko yung skill niya kasi that's gonna give me 1% of skill damage. And for example, ito si Wild Wolf na naman, damage received decrease by 1.2%. So malaking bagay yan, and that's gonna add up, di ba? So, yun, in terms of mount, punta lang kayo sa town, and to go to town, itong either press B or click nyo ito, return to village, and that's gonna automatically send you to town. Okay, so my next tip would be, aside from setting your goal, iset nyo rin yung limit nyo or yung threshold nyo, diba? So, for example, each month, for me, yung threshold ko is 5,000. Bakit? Kasi yan yung amount na, number one, comfortable ako na spend, na kahit mawala, for me, medyo okay lang. Kasi somehow nababawi ko siya dito sa laro, dito sa income. And makikita nyo naman yan dito sa sales ko. Meron yan sa history. And alam yan ng mga those who were watching me previously or watching my previous videos. Nakikita yan dito. Yung mga nabenta ko, mga nalut ko na mga items, weapons, etc. Okay? So, for me, 5,000, okay ako every month na ma-spend siya kasi mababawi ko siya. Next up, if kaya naman, or if meron kang current na mga friends, ganon, you have to team up. Kung wala ka pang friends, then find friends online like sa Facebook gaming community, and then makipag-usap ka, hanap ka ng mga tao na masasabayan. Kasi that's Medea 1 to 10, so hanap kayo kung saang Medea kayo. Next, punta na tayo sa game. So that was pre-game or pre-joining before even playing the game. So for the game, I'm not gonna make this very lengthy. Just para lang ma-eliminate mo yung na mag-commit ka ng mistake that will delay you. Okay? So for me, and this is only my opinion, if I were to play in Medea and I am a beginner, yung weapon, kasi you're gonna pick from these weapons right here. So starting from bare hands, sword and shield, down. For me, crossbow. If hindi mo talaga trip yung crossbow, then bow. If hindi mo trip yung bow, then staff. Basta range. Okay? Bakit? Kasi early on, malalambot pa yung monster, meron kang advantage na mabilis kang mag-kill or mabilis kang mag-farm, mabilis ka ring matapos sa mga mission quest. Kasi ma-hit mo lang yung monster, that's gonna count as 1. And also, later, itatakil natin yung field boss. Kahit malambot ka pa, pag na-hit mo lang kunwari, si Ratan. Pag na-hit mo si Ratan, meron ka ng 1 temporal piece, and then 2 meron kang chest, di ba? So advantage na yun para sa iyo. That's why for me, weapon ko either a ranged weapon, if kaya kong pumili, crossbow ako. And then regarding class, wag mo nang do not complicate things. Focus ka muna sa isang class, and then the earliest achievable class is, if I remember it correctly, Dark Lancer. Ito yung achievable early on. Dark Lancer. Merong damage, meron siyang yung barrier para merong a little sustain, but like I said, from level 1 to 60, malalambot pa yung monsters. So, okay lang yan. Do not complicate things. Pa-level ka lang, farm ka lang, ganon. Next, para mas ma-propel yung progress mo, first, always do main quest. Kapag nasa town ka, kunwari, sa Dien or Dine na port, kunwari, ito, may blue. Gawin mo siya along with the main quest. Minsan naman, tuloy-tuloy muna yung main quest kasi mabilis mo na lang matapos yung side quest. Okay? Magaganda yung reward dyan. Minsan, nagbibigay yan ng blue weapons or rare weapons. And then, along with it, magpa-progress ka na, mau-open mo na yung Spire of Trials. Do not forget to always clear the Spire of Trials. Kapag mahirap na, do not spend too much time na pipilitin mo talaga kasi nakakasayang ng oras. I-progress mo na lang yan, ipa-level mo, by the time na malakas ka na, mas mabilis mo siyang makli-clear. Diba? Mas mabilis mo siyang makli-clear kasi mas malakas ka na kesa dun sa level na nahihirapan ka. Okay? And then, well, na-mention ko na yun na if you're gonna spend, bili kayo ng mount na flamingo. And another thing is, you're gonna spend a lot of time dito sa secret laboratory. And then, after nyan, next is Tomb of Teriosa. Mind you, hindi yung ordinary mounts, hindi nila kayang travel inside a dungeon. Okay? Hindi nila kaya yon. That's why bibili ka. Kasi yun yung isang property na kayang ibigay sa iyo ng ang tawag dito, yung mount na binili mo. Kaya niyang yun. Nakita mo yun na dumaan ng flamingo. Yun Pag regular or ordinary mount, hindi niya kayang mag-travel sa inside the dungeon. Next, if hindi ko kasi alam if available, but when I started playing Lord 9, meron silang package na binebenta. Well, in fact, this was one of the packs na nabili ko, yung bow. Ito siya. Tignan mo, hindi siya na-enhance. Yan. Hindi rin siya nabebenta. Well, character bound, but ito siya. Merong set of weapon, rare weapon, and rare armor set of your choice na pwede mong bilhin. That was around 300 or less than 500. So, safe to say na around 1,000 pesos yung first na gastos mo. But, the Lord 9 said, or they mentioned na pinabilis nila. Diba? So, enhanced trading. Line next market sales level restrictions are eased. So, instead of level 55, at level 12, I guess that's what it means. Pwede ka nang magbenta sa next market. Okay? And meron pa silang bonus mastery experience, enhanced loot drops, etc. etc. So, yun. Another thing is do not miss field boss. When I started playing, I was always lost kasi hindi ko alam kung ano. Syempre ito sa top clan pa to dati and I was not part of it pa. But do not miss 11 in the morning and 8 in the evening. Kasi 900 temporal piece yan. And then where are you gonna spend it? Dito sa relics. So spend nyo lahat sa relics. And if you're gonna ask me saan ko i-spend, better either sa damage or defense, but if you're gonna pick one, choose yung defense. Okay? Choose mo yung defense. Kasi crossbow tayo eh. Malaki talaga yung damage natin. So, yung kailangan natin is masustain para tira lang tayo ng tira sa monster and matagal tayong mag-repats or maubusan ng potion. Next is you always do the daily missions. Huwag kayong basta-basta pipili ng daily mission. Tignan nyo, dapat yung reward is temporal piece. Kasi ito, amongst all the rewards, this is the only reward or option that will give you progress. Kapag may temporal piece ka, pwede mo siyang gastusin dito sa relic. And then, kapag napa-level up mo yan, ito yung bigay sa'yo. Yan. And dito. Okay? And lastly, always do dungeons. Eventually, ma-unlock mo yung dungeons mo eh. So, always do this one. That's one of my early morning routine. Mag-dungeon kaagad. Yeah. And do not forget to enjoy the game. Enjoy mo lang yung game. Okay, yun lang yung tips ko. I hope I hope nakatulong yung tip na ibinigay ko. Those were based from my experience also. Like I said, since day one, naglaro ako ng larong Lord 9. Alright? Good evening sa ating lahat. Keep grinding.